Hello Army! Welcome back to our channel that always brings you the latest updates from the K-pop world. I'm your host, and today we have a story that's absolutely mind-blowing and has gone viral worldwide. You must have heard about Jin and Jung Kook's surprise appearance at J-Hope's World Tour finale concert that made it trend worldwide, right? But wait, there's a plot twist you never saw coming. Before we dive into this incredible story, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell because trust me, you don't want to miss what happens next in the BTS universe. Let's start from the beginning of the story. On August 25th, J-Hope was holding his World Tour finale concert at Seoul Olympic Stadium. This highly anticipated concert was supposed to be the perfect closing for J-Hope's first solo tour as a BTS member. The Hope on the Street World Tour had been a massive success, spanning across 15 countries and 32 cities, showcasing J-Hope's incredible talent as a solo artist. 4 months, ARMY had been supporting J-Hope's individual journey, watching him grow as a performer, dancer, and artist outside of the BTS collective. The finale concert in Seoul was meant to be his triumphant homecoming, a celebration of his artistic evolution, and a thank you to Korean fans who had supported him from day one. But who would have thought that night would become unforgettable not just for J-Hope, but for the entire BTS fandom worldwide? The story began around 9 p.m. Seoul time. The atmosphere at Olympic Stadium was electric. Over 70,000 fans had gathered, creating a sea of purple light sticks that illuminated the night sky. J-Hope had just finished performing Arson with incredible energy, his signature dance moves and charismatic stage presence, leaving the crowd in absolute awe. The setlist had been perfect so far, a mix of his solo hits, some BTS classics reimagined with his unique style, and collaborations with other artists. Fans were getting ready for what they thought would be the closing song, but suddenly the stage lights dimmed and the music stopped completely. ARMY and the venue started getting confused. Was this part of the show? Had there been a technical malfunction? The silence stretched for what felt like an eternity, creating an almost palpable tension in the stadium. Then, from the venue speakers came a familiar voice that made the entire stadium go absolutely wild. Jin's distinctive voice, warm and playful as always, said in Korean, "J-Hope, did you think we would miss this special moment?" The crowd erupted in screams, so loud they could probably be heard across Seoul. And boom, the big screen showed a video message from Jin, who was apparently already backstage, wearing his characteristic bright smile and looking mischievous. But the plot twist wasn't just that. Before fans could recover from the first shock, Jung Kook also appeared in the video with his signature bunny smile and that mischievous glint in his eyes, saying, "Hyung, shall we surprise him now?" The stadium practically shook with the force of ARMY's collective scream. Social media immediately started buzzing as fans began live tweeting, posting Instagram stories, and uploading TikToks of their reactions. And this is what made this moment go viral and trend worldwide. It turns out Jin and Jung Kook had been planning this surprise for weeks. According to multiple insiders we were able to confirm with, including venue staff and production crew members, Jin and Jung Kook had actually arrived in Seoul 3 days before the concert. But here's where it gets interesting. They didn't just fly in and show up. They deliberately kept an extremely low profile, staying at a private residence instead of their usual accommodations. They even used disguises when entering and leaving the venue for secret rehearsals. We're talking full caps, masks, hoodies, the whole incognito package. One venue staff member, who wished to remain anonymous, told us that they had been rehearsing with J-Hope's backup dancers and band for 2 days straight, perfecting choreography and musical arrangements for songs that weren't even on the original set list. What's even more surprising is that big hit music and J-Hope's entire management team knew about this plan from the very beginning. The level of coordination required was incredible, from booking secret rehearsal time to coordinating with security to ensure no spoilers leaked. But here's the kicker. Even J-Hope himself only found out about the surprise 30 minutes before it happened. According to our sources, his manager called him to his dressing room and simply said, "There's something you need to see." When J-Hope walked in, Jin and Jung Kook were sitting there with huge grins on their faces. The genuine emotion that followed was captured by backstage cameras, and while those footage haven't been released publicly yet, sources describe J-Hope's reaction as pure joy mixed with complete shock. He apparently stood frozen for a full 10 seconds before breaking into tears and group hugging his brothers. When Jin and Jung Kook finally appeared on stage, emerging from either side in a perfectly choreographed entrance, J-Hope's live reaction was everything fans could have hoped for. His face went through a complete journey of emotions: confusion, recognition, disbelief, and finally, pure happiness. The moment of their three-way hug on stage, with J-Hope in the middle and Jin and Jung Kook embracing him from both sides, instantly became one of the most iconic BTS moments of 2025. Thousands of fans screenshotted and screen-recorded this moment, and it was immediately shared across every social media platform imaginable. The hashtags #BTS, #JokeConcert, #PlotTwist, #BTS Reunion immediately started trending not just in South Korea, but globally. Within the first hour, they were trending in 67 countries, and by the end of the night, the numbers had climbed to over 80 countries worldwide. But the story doesn't end there, not by a long shot. The next plot twist completely blew everyone's minds. Jin and Jung Kook didn't just come to give a surprise appearance and leave. The two of them had prepared a full performance segment, complete with costume changes and choreography. The first song they performed together was Butter, but not the version fans were familiar with. They had created a special acoustic meets rock arrangement specifically for this concert. Jung Kook's vocals soared over a guitar-heavy instrumental, while Jin's harmonies added depth and richness to the sound. J-Hope's rap verse was reimagined as a rhythmic spoken word piece that gave everyone chills. Seeing these three BTS members perform together again, after what felt like forever, ARMY and the venue were experiencing every emotion possible. Many fans were crying, screaming, singing along, and trying to record everything simultaneously. The second song they performed was Spring Day, and this is where things got really emotional. They had arranged it as a stripped-down, acoustic version with J-Hope on guitar, Jin on piano, and Jung Kook with just his voice and raw emotion. This acoustic arrangement transformed the already emotional song into something even more powerful. The entire venue, all 70,000 people, joined in singing, creating a moment of collective unity that transcended language barriers and cultural differences. Spring Day, which represents longing, hope, and the promise of reunion, felt incredibly meaningful in this context. Here were BTS members, after their individual journeys in military service, coming together again to support one another. And for the grand finale, they performed J-Hope's solo track More, but with a completely unexpected twist. Jin and Jung Kook had learned not just the backing vocals, but had memorized J-Hope's rap verses and created harmonized versions. The choreography was insane. They had incorporated elements from J-Hope's original More dance, mixed with Jin's theatrical flair and Jung Kook's powerful movements. It was like watching three different performance styles blend into something entirely new. The audience was losing their absolute minds. This wasn't just a surprise appearance. This was a full-scale production that had clearly taken weeks of preparation and coordination. What made this moment explode across social media was the reaction from the other BTS members. Initially, RM, Jimin, V, and Suga were watching from a private VIP section, probably thinking they were just there to support J-Hope's solo concert. But when Jin and Jung Kook appeared, the four of them immediately abandoned their VIP seats and rushed down to the general standing area in front of the stage. Security had to quickly accommodate them as they joined ARMY in the pit, singing along and cheering like regular fans. The image of RM, Jimin, V, and Suga standing among ARMY, all of them with their phones out recording their bandmates, became one of the most shared photos of 2025. It perfectly captured the essence of BTS. They're not just colleagues or bandmates, they're genuinely each other's biggest fans. Fancam videos from every possible angle flooded social media platforms. TikTok was overwhelmed with clips, Twitter threads were dissecting every moment, Instagram stories were filled with concert footage, and YouTube was flooded with reaction videos. The hashtag BTS Surprise accumulated over 50 million interactions across all platforms within the first 24 hours. Music industry analysts called it the most organic viral moment in K-pop history. But wait, there's more. The most unexpected plot twist came during the final moments of the concert. As the three performers were taking their final bows, Jin stepped up to the microphone with a serious expression that immediately quieted the entire stadium. "Army," he said in both Korean and English, "this is not goodbye. This is see you soon." Before anyone could fully process that statement, Jung Kook added with his characteristic shy but confident smile, "We have something big coming for Army. Something we've been working on together." J-Hope, clearly as surprised as everyone else by this announcement, looked back and forth between his two members with wide eyes before laughing and saying, "I guess I'll find out with everyone else." This cryptic announcement immediately set the internet ablaze with speculation. What could they mean? Was this a hint about BTS's full group comeback? Were they teasing a new collaboration project? Had they been secretly working on music together? The impact of these mysterious statements cannot be overstated. Within minutes, every major K-pop news outlet was publishing articles trying to decode the meaning. Music industry insiders were being contacted for their theories. Army detectives were analyzing every word, gesture, and facial expression for clues. The speculation became so intense that BTS Comeback started trending separately from the concert hashtags. Stock prices for HYB Corporation saw a notable uptick in after-hours trading as investors speculated about potential new releases. What's certain is that this surprise appearance had an extraordinary and measurable impact on multiple industries. J-Hope's concert, which was originally a two-day trending topic in entertainment news, extended into a full week of global coverage. International media outlets that don't typically cover K-pop extensively picked up the story. Billboard wrote a comprehensive analysis of the surprise and its implications for BTS's future. Rolling Stone published an opinion piece about the power of authentic moments in an increasingly manufactured entertainment industry. The BBC covered it as a cultural phenomenon that transcended music. Forbes published a detailed article titled, "How BTS Mastered the Art of Organic Viral Marketing," analyzing how the members' genuine support for each other created more buzz than million-dollar advertising campaigns typically generate. From a marketing and branding perspective, this was absolutely genius and completely unintentional, which makes it even more powerful. Without any official announcement, press releases, or coordinated social media campaigns, BTS managed to capture global attention and dominate news cycles purely through an authentic moment of friendship and mutual support. This phenomenon demonstrates the incredible power of the BTS fandom and their ability to amplify genuine moments into worldwide cultural events. It also shows how authentic emotion and spontaneous joy can have far more impact than carefully orchestrated promotional activities. Music industry experts noted that this kind of organic viral moment is increasingly rare in today's highly managed entertainment landscape. The fact that it came from established artists supporting each other rather than from manufactured controversy or calculated publicity stunts made it even more remarkable. But beyond the viral metrics and industry impact, there's something deeper at play here. This moment represented everything that makes BTS special: their genuine care for each other, their commitment to being there for one another's individual successes, and their understanding that their individual achievements contribute to their collective strength. In an industry often characterized by competition and ego, watching Jin and Jung Kook take time from their own schedules to plan, rehearse, and execute this surprise for J-Hope was genuinely moving. It wasn't a publicity stunt or a calculated move. It was simply brothers supporting their brother. The emotional authenticity of the moment resonated with fans because it reflected the values that BTS has consistently promoted: love yourself, support others, and find strength in unity. What's most touching about this entire story is how Jin and Jung Kook were willing to take significant time and effort to support J-Hope at this important moment in his career. They proved once again that BTS isn't just a musical group or a brand, they're truly a family. The weeks of secret planning, the coordination with multiple teams, the rehearsals, the risk of spoilers, all of this effort was invested simply to make their brother's special night even more memorable. And for ARMY who are still wondering about those cryptic hints from Jin and Jung Kook, the speculation continues to build. Based on our industry sources and some careful social media detective work, there are definitely signs that something significant is in the works. Several music producers who have worked with BTS in the past have been spotted entering HYBs, building more frequently than usual. Studio time has been booked under mysterious project names. And if you look carefully at recent social media posts from all 7 members, there are subtle hints and references that seem to connect. So that's the complete, unfiltered story behind the plot twist that made J-Hope's finale tour trend worldwide and potentially change the trajectory of BTS's 2025 plans. What started as a simple gesture of support between friends transformed into a viral cultural moment that reminded everyone why BTS remains at the forefront of global music. This surprise appearance perfectly encapsulated everything we love about BTS: their authenticity, their mutual support, their ability to create magic together, and their deep connection with ARMY. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for the latest updates about BTS and the ever-evolving K-pop landscape. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any breaking news about what Jin and Jung Kook might have been hinting at. And definitely share in the comment section your favorite moment from this incredible surprise performance. Were you more emotional about the group hug, the acoustic spring day, or those mysterious final statements? Keep your eyes peeled for our upcoming videos where we'll be diving deeper into those cryptic hints and analyzing every clue about BTS's potential plans for the rest of 2025. See you in the next video. And remember, in the world of BTS, always expect the unexpected. Purple You ARMY.